We are the Chi chapter of Beta Psi at Oklahoma State University. We chose to present on Invest in Your Chapter because it coincides with our efforts to provide the same opportunities we've had in the past, despite the pandemic. Meet the Companies is an event we host each semester where we invite recruiters from a range of accounting firms and industry companies to network with our members. Students are able to build relationships with recruiters while learning about the firm's culture and personality, as well as upcoming internships or summer leadership programs. We have seen this boost our members' confidence in the knowledge and preparation for their upcoming careers. Pre-COVID-19 Meet the Companies was held in person one day a semester before the career fair. Students would be able to hand recruiters their resumes and receive company pamphlets in return. This format, however, would not be suitable with the current times. We adjusted by moving entirely online over Zoom. In this format, what really changed was communication, attitude, and teamwork. We saw firms working together to provide students with easy-to-meet deadlines for applications. Firms were more willing to work with other companies who may be their competitors so that students were not being left behind during COVID. We had over 20 companies attend throughout our Meet the Companies events. We wanted to be able to show that there's not just one path you can take when it comes to a career in accounting. The Big Four were all in attendance, in addition to many mid-sized and specialty accounting firms. We had a big industry presence with Walmart, Koch Industries, and ConocoPhillips, to name a few. The opportunities seemed limitless, and our members benefited from the wide look they saw from the varying accounting professions being represented.
As you can see in the picture, the new normal started to look a lot different. Instead of one meeting that everyone attended in person, we split Meet the Companies into 4 virtual meetings where students met with recruiters over Zoom. Splitting it up into 4 meetings gave students more time with recruiters and created smaller groups so that everyone received an opportunity to ask questions. Over 70 students were in attendance, as well as 73 professionals. As you can see on the last slide, each Beta Alpha Psi member had an individualized background behind them in the Zoom meetings. The backgrounds contained information like majors, minors, internships they were seeking, focuses, and locations. The background provided a sense of uniformity and professionalism as a whole, but also uniqueness for each student. In addition to the Zoom backgrounds, individualized resumes were sent to all the recruiters beforehand. The information was similar to that of the backgrounds, in addition to a picture. With the resumes given before the meetings, professionals were able to know the students and their personal information beforehand. This allowed for more time for questions and one-on-one interactions with the professionals.
At the beginning of each Meet the Companies event, the recruiters and professionals from each company had the opportunity to quickly introduce themselves and the positions available at their respective companies. Although very informational, the introductions were limited to around 3 to 4 minutes for each company to provide adequate time for breakout sessions. After introductions, students and professionals were placed into breakout rooms with smaller groups. In each breakout room, a BAP officer served as a moderator and time alerts were given throughout. Company trivia, icebreakers, and Q&A sessions were some activities that would take place during the breakout sessions. After the allocated time for a breakout session, the professionals were moved to the next breakout room where they would have the opportunity to talk with more students. The smaller breakout rooms allowed students to introduce themselves to recruiters and have a more personalized conversation. After students had the opportunity to meet with every company, students and professionals were placed back in the main room where the meeting was concluded.
With the Beta Alpha Psi meetings moving to a virtual environment due to COVID-19, student participation did not decrease. Students continued to stay involved and participate consistently in all of our meetings and networking events. After sending out a survey to the Beta Alpha Psi members, these are some results from the questionnaire. As you can see on the left, 56% of students agreed that Meet the Companies last semester they were successfully able to attain an internship. In addition, 80% of students either agreed or strongly agreed to the statement that Meet the Companies allowed them to learn more about the different firms and their cultures than they would have on their own. We received an overwhelming amount of positive feedback from students. One student specifically stated, "I believe that Beta Alpha Psi Meet the Companies events helped me secure 2 internships. I was able to network with recruiters and get information about the application processes. I do not think I would have been aware of these opportunities if it weren't for these events. I will always be thankful for all the work Beta Alpha Psi puts into helping their members be successful. Similarly, another student stated, because of Meet the Companies, I had the opportunity to network with recruiters and professionals. I accepted 2 internships last fall, and I believe I had these opportunities because of BAP and the events I attended.
We also wanted to get feedback from the companies to see how their experience was, as well as if the Zoom backgrounds and information sheets helped them to screen candidates before the internship process. We received great feedback. One quote in particular stated, "The way the staff and students ran the virtual events was very professional, and the events have been a great experience for all of our team members that have been able to participate."
We really loved how the development of Meet the Firms allowed us to reach a greater array of companies that aren't necessarily in Oklahoma. Our Meet the Companies event typically takes place in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and of course we have the opportunity to reach cities around Stillwater. But because we moved online, we were able to meet the surrounding states, which included Wichita, Kansas, places in Missouri, Bentonville, Arkansas, and of course cities in Texas, which includes Houston. This allowed us to have a better representation of the region's opportunities than just what's available in Oklahoma. We would of course like to continue our improvements in the future. Honestly, it really only includes Wi-Fi and an invitation to do it online. And it was because we had to move online because of COVID that we realized the opportunities that are available online and in person. So we'd like to continue with a blended hybrid format, and this would also allow us to reach students at our satellite campus in Tulsa. And of course, we will continue to use our information sheets, as we feel having a picture attached to information on a resume will help set students apart. Thank you so much for your time.